I want to talk about abuse of power, meaning that, in my eyes, when you take the oath of being a police officer, or a judge, or a preacher, that means that you have an abundance of power over people, and in the words that you speak, and the actions that you do are powerful, okay? You have the right to make decisions on people's lives, okay? And that has been a very powerful thing in my life in the last, let's say, 7 years, okay? Because my life's been put into a threat because of my ex in the state of Lexington, South Carolina, unfortunately. Okay, I went back there because I miss my children, and they didn't treat me too good either. I'm sorry to say that because my life has always been about family. I'm family oriented, and I gave my life to my children at 17 years old. I was 1 month being 17 when I gave birth to my daughter, Laura Lee Malone. And that is the first time I ever felt real love. And unfortunately, I didn't get it back. But that's okay. I forgive her for everything that she's done. I've forgiven everybody for everything that they've done. Okay, so when I went back there 7 years ago, I had left the state of Arkansas in Hot Springs, and I had a store. I had worked very hard to obtain everything that I took back with me, which was able to be stolen from people in Lexington, South Carolina, and due to Jimmy Wayne Clark Jr. And even the law was involved there, okay? Now I went back there with a clean driving record, no tickets, no nothing on my record, and I took care of his mother and him and my sister Beth for many years. His mother consecutively 2 years. She had fallen ill, and I loved her so much as if she was my own mother. Okay, now I'm a very forgiving person, and so people took me out to be a sucker. Heard the same from a sucker, y'all. And because I would keep, somebody did me wrong, I would say, God's got this, and He does. God's got this. Well, they kept getting me and getting me and getting me, and so took everything I had. Okay, even tried to take my life, my vehicles, and I loved Jimmy Wayne Clark Jr. with all my life, all my heart. He took it and abused that in every kind of way. He abused the law. He made me out to be a person I'm not. And he lied, and they went along with it. So during this time, I'm like devastated. What he had done to me, he cheated on me, he lied to me, deceived me. And while I'm trying to work, he's at home on the phone with all these other people. And it broke my heart. Okay, let's just put it out there like that. It is what it is. So, and even my own family's members, children, went along with this as well. So, when I realized that this was happening, I'm trying to get out of there. And it's he is making me look like I'm the biggest H word, C word, S word, and that's not, and anyone that knows me knows that this isn't true. So, I'm doing my best to leave here, and knowing that I came in with a clean record. South Carolina knows this too. Okay, so he would mess with my vehicle, put sand in my gas tank, destroy it every day. I got a job with UPS, and he was able to hack my phone and didn't know when I was supposed to be to work, so I contacted them after I knew, and they said once I get away from him and my life was a little more secure, to call them back. Okay, now, before I came back to South Carolina, I had a great rental history where I lived at, my house in Arkansas for 5 years, consecutive 5 years. Paid rent, lived there by myself. Loved it. But I missed my children, I had to go home. Okay, before that, I rented off of a Gary, don't remember his last name, off of a Founders Drive for 4 years, consecutively. I am a good-hearted woman, and I don't deserve what's happened to me. So, when I realized that, Jimmy Wayne Clark Jr. was not the man that he portrayed himself out to be, because I wanted to have an orphan organization. I'm an orphan of 4. And help the less fortunate. But he didn't want any of that, although he told me that he did. He didn't want any of that. So he tried to sabotage everything that I wanted in my dreams. And he almost did it. He even tried to unalive me a couple of times. Okay, with the law enforcement there, Officer Carter, and there's many more, went along with this plan because of how he destroyed my name. He made it so badly that I lost everything. My identity was stolen. Everything I had was stolen. And not one time did I retaliate on any of these people. I pray for them, and I still pray for them daily. They get God in their heart, and they stop doing this to people. But along the way, I found myself homeless from November up until last month, where I want to give a great, huge shout out to Hoyt Powell, a man that I met when I was 3 years old. Him and his wife, Virginia, took me and my sisters in, and when my grandmother had us, and they're great people. She's in heaven now, and Hoyt Powell he's one of the father figures that I had in my life, and I'm very grateful that he's been here throughout my life. Monty Pasco. There's never going to be another Monty Pasco ever. He was a great man. Joe Harris, that rented me this house that I now live in Arkansas. And I'm so grateful to be home with my family. Hoyt Powell. Okay. Raised in South Carolina, went along with Jim Wayne Clark and others to make me look like I was the biggest homeless, or I hate that word, out there. Okay? Words are powerful, and when you just try to destroy someone's life, which they did, and had me going back and forth to Lexington, South Carolina, while I'm trying to run and to get security back in my life, with my truck breaking down daily on the road. So they get me for a ticket of no insurance. I was on my way to go and get insurance the next day after I purchased another vehicle because he sabotaged my first one, and I got stopped for a ticket, no insurance. I didn't have insurance. I was running from this man, fearing for my life. Okay? So then Lexington County knows this, my identity got stolen. They dropped that case. Knowing I'm trying to prove my innocence from the identity that I got stolen from a Brittany Martin, they dropped the case, so I never got my money back. Here I am fighting to get my money back, to get back to the state of South Carolina, to get my driver's license in the state of South Carolina, although I have an Arkansas driver's license. Get that? Okay. So then, knowing this, they're doing this to me. Now what, I mean, I've always been a firm believer of the law. You know, preachers, anyone that holds a high figure, y'all, you need to respect them, and I still do. Because there's a lot of great ones out there. The Officer Somerset, over in Florence, South Carolina. I have him great props. Rusty Stoneman, Last Tire, running from this in South Carolina. I had a flat tire, and I just knew I was going to die this day, y'all. And my dogs, I had 2 puppies, and I was to the point where I had no water. My phone was about to be cut off because I couldn't start the vehicle up to get power. My last attempt was call 911, and I did. These people saved my life. Okay? I'm forever grateful. I love y'all. But my word of mouth, y'all, God is not going to allow this to happen and go on. Okay, before that, my niece was murdered in Hot Springs, Arkansas. And I still pray for the people that did this to her. Because they have parents, they have mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers. Okay, when this does come out, and it will, the mama is going to cry like there ain't no tomorrow. So the meaning of this story, y'all, is to please, before you do wrong, please reconsider your actions. Okay? Not only that, even what you do can affect your children and their children, generation after generation. Y'all, God is real. He can work in your heart. Please consider asking Him to come into your heart. Because I'm telling you, it's a much better place to be if you're in the dark. Please stop doing things to bad people. Stop doing things to good people. Don't be jealous of them. For God's sake, y'all. Everybody has good in them, beauty in them. You may not have the blondest hair, or you may not have the perfect, whatever. Look inside yourself. Be yourself, because I guarantee you there's something good in yourself that you're not seeing. You are God's child too, okay? You are God's child. Maybe you have something brighter than that person has. Bring it out. Look into yourself. Be yourself. Don't hate others because you don't like their smile, you don't like their hair, you don't like whatever. Okay? There's something good in you, I promise. You're God's child. You have much deeper. Just gotta look within. Please. And please, before you go and hate on others, because I don't hate none of these people that did this to me. I feel very sorry for them. And I pray for them daily. Okay, shine. Don't let no one take your shine. Don't let no one take your heart. Okay? Just because someone does something mean to you, don't retaliate. Please don't. And everything done in the dark is always going to come to the light. I promise. You're not going to get away with it. And you're going to make your mama cry. Your daddy cry. Your sister. And so forth. Your children cry. Please don't let that happen. Please don't let the devil win. Please, I'm begging you. Love yourself enough not to fall down that devilish trap. Get up and love yourself enough. Find the good in you, because I know there's good in you. I know there is. Pray every day. Pray for others every day. Be yourself. And people out here that judging people, please stop doing that. It's not our job to judge others. You know, people think, oh, she's a drunk, she's a this. But people don't drink because they want a hangover. I guarantee you that. I used to do that 20 years ago. Stop judging that person. You don't know what they've been through, okay? They don't drink to get drunk. They drink because something majorly bad happened to them. And maybe instead of judging them, pray for them. You know, if they're out there and they need $1, give them a daggone dollar. You know, I mean, that's what they made me out. I mean, I had to beg for gas, food, everything I had for a long time. And I would not stop. Although they stole everything from me, I worked for everything I had and planned for the day to start my orphan organization. I had everything and more, but they took it. And guess what? I'll get it again. Let's believe that. I love each and every one of you out there. And I pray for a brighter, bigger, more beautiful place for all of us to live in. But we can't do that if we are out there spreading negative onto the world. It's going to start right here at the home front, y'all. Okay? You know, God gave us all gifts. We're all God's children. He gives us all abundant gifts. Look within inside and find yours. Please subscribe. And you can, and I'm not begging for money, I'm not. But you can catch me on Cash App to help me rebuild my orphan organization at $TAD110. And please subscribe. I want the channel to grow. One day at a time, one heart at a time, one smile at a time. Turn them frowns into smiles, y'all. Help me. Come on, it's going to take all of us. I love each and every one of you. And there's so many more thanks that I've not been able to give yet. But God is telling me, it's your time. He loves you. I love you. Stop being meanies. Look within. Find your beauty. That's all I have for now.